Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're looking at this, which is the Apache, and this is coming to us from Blade Runners Systems. I've got a link to their website down below in the description section. This is part of their Evolve line, and I checked out the Minuteman knife a few months back. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. That's also in their Evolve line. If you know about these guys as a company, a couple things. First, they're probably best known for making balisong knives, but they do have a wide variety of knives, not just balisongs. The second thing I could tell you is that they seem really committed to the knife community, like overall. They're not just trying to pump out products. They want to be part of the community, support the community, and back the knife community. So that's really cool. So as you can see, cool looking knife. We do have S35 VN for the steel. Everything else is pretty much titanium. Cool accent around the pivot there. It does work on a bearing system. We got an accent there with your spacer, and then again, obviously both sides on the pivot. Cool shape for the blade, kind of a leaf-like shape there. And this to me, I mean, it just says everyday carry knife. I wouldn't be using this out in the woods a ton. I wouldn't call this a tactical knife, but just a really cool looking knife. And what I'll do right now is just roll in some footage of me using it at the house, cutting some cordage, cutting boxes, even just doing a little bit of food prep there. You can see it definitely does the job and does it well. So these guys reached out to me and they said, hey, we want you to check out their knives. I've actually checked out some of their other knives and offered them some feedback. So what I can tell you is, again, that they're not just trying to get products out into the market. They want to create products, get thoughts, feedback, and then improve and shift their designs so things are functional and also good. They're good-looking knives as well. You're looking at around $200 for things in their Evolve line, and I think I'll put a link at the end of this video also to Blade HQ's interview with them at Blade Show. I think it's 2018, so you can hear a little bit more about kind of who they are and what they're doing with their knife design. So here's a close-up of the knife. I mean, you can just see a lot of nice accents. We've got some texturing there. It is a frame lock, nice deep carry pocket clip, as you can see there. Turning around to this side, you can see you can flip it to be both right and left hand carry. Again, that nice spacer. Action's really good. It is a flipper. So that's again. Let me give you a little close up of the blade there as well. One little accent there you can see is just this that groove that's in the blade as well. So that's cool. A little bit of jimping on top. I would call it kind of medium as far as aggressive. It's not super mild, it's not super aggressive. They could have toned that down a little bit, made it a little bit more rounded for me, but it's not it's not really painful to hold it and to use the knife overall. So I posted a picture of this knife on Instagram maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and it seemed to get a pretty good response. If you're not following us on Instagram, definitely head over to Instagram and follow everyday_tactical_vids. That's us. That's where we are over on Instagram. People just think it's got a cool factor, it seems like. So, and I agree. I do think it has a cool factor, but also functional. As I've said many times, I've got large size hands. You can see where the handle is right there when I'm holding it. So it's not like it's got a ton of extra space, or it's not like it's really small. It fits comfortably. Sometimes you get a knife that's a little bit short and your pinky's kind of floating out here, but I am able to get my pinky on it and wrap it around. So doing various everyday carry type cuts, it is comfortable to use. Utility knife, certainly. I mean, if you want to invest around $200 to get a cool looking knife that's also going to be useful, I would definitely say, yeah, you could invest in this one. I will tell you that the sweep of that blade, it's not a super long blade, but it did cut cordage quite well. And because of that shape, I do find that kind of like rocking the knife, like you'll see on the like the butcher block that I've got in my house, or like you saw, I should say. It definitely did do those types of cuts quite effectively. So yeah, you'll see me EDCing this knife. I just think, particularly I like that red pop. It kind of matches here with my coat, but just in general, I like an EDC knife that says a little something. I want a utility knife that works really well, but when it comes to EDC, I want a knife that works well, but also has, it just makes a little bit of a statement. So I think this one does that for sure. So let's talk about steel real quick. People today, 420, 440, high carbon, your 8CR, 9CR, people are just like, yeah, I don't like those steels. There's more and more companies that are coming out with things in S30V, S35VN, CPM3V, things like that. Good quality steels, keep an edge. S35 VN for steel. I've had good luck with it. It works well. It's all about heat. It's not all about, but a lot of it's about heat treat. And these guys seem to be taking quality control really serious on their knives, so that's a plus. I mean, the fact that they sent me a knife to say, hey, check this out, and I can't tell you a ton about it right now, but check this out, give us your thoughts. I sent them some feedback. I sent them a video back of some things having to do with, you know, my reflections on it. That says to me that they actually care. There's some companies that are like, hey, review this knife, just promote it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna promote it unless I think it's good. Why don't you ask for feedback versus just pumping out a product? So I can tell you from my interaction with these guys, not a ton. I haven't worked with them for like 10 years or something, but they're definitely listening to what people have to say and wanting to make a good quality product. And I think the Apache is definitely is showing that that's their angle on the knife market. So what do you guys think? Do you like the design? Do you like the look of it overall? And let me know what you think about price point. You're talking around 200 bucks for this knife. Would you pay that? Would you not pay it? And if you're someone who's like, no, I wouldn't pay it, are you not paying 200 bucks for any knife? Which is fine if that's the case, but some people are like, I'm only gonna pay 200 if it's from this company, or you know, it's got this particular size or function, whatever. So let's hear your thoughts on price point and then the design as well. And yeah, stay tuned on other social media outlets because you'll be seeing more of the Apache for sure in Instagram photos, Facebook, Twitter, etc. All right. Hey guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.